Hi and welcome. I'm Sarah Brown, and this is a very quick 10-minute yoga video for those of you who've been sitting at your desks for long periods of time and you just need a little break. You need to move the body. You're feeling stiff, maybe your spine's feeling a little rigid. This is a wonderful way of just mobilizing, getting some breath into the body, oxygenating your brain before you launch back into the work that you have to do in a seated position. So when you're ready, just come to child's pose and we'll move through a very quick 10-minute stretch that you can do at home anytime. Reaching those fingertips out, popping your forehead onto the floor, we'll come into child's pose. And in this position, we'll take about 4 or 5 breaths. And exhale, just let it go. Anything that you've been ruminating over, problem solving, organizing, managing, just take this break opportunity to relieve the mind of the tension. And as you breathe, fill the cavities of the body up, the rib cage expands. Feel the breath moving into the top of the back, the middle of the back, and the lower back as you inhale. And moving from the lower back, the middle back, the top of the back as you exhale. Beginning to tent the fingers on the floor, we'll lift the palms off the floor, draw the shoulders away from the ears, and begin to press downwards. So we feel the top of the back engaging and the skin beginning to stretch. As we take a deep inhale, draw the belly in, we'll start to tuck the tailbone under, and coming into a tabletop position, we'll press back into those toes. Shift the sit bones back. And then press through into the tabletop. Come again, press back. And exhaling, press through a little bit further over the tabletop this time as we press through into the toes tucked under, child's pose. And then pressing through, coming a little bit further forward on those wrists, so we stretch the forearms, lift the knees off the floor, and we'll just bend each knee as we press back into a downward dog, and perhaps just knead the floor with the feet. Walk the heels out. Deep inhales and exhales. We then bend both knees, begin to walk the hands back towards the toes, and we'll just have a little undulation, lift of the back, and then a drop the chest towards the thighs. A little lift, feel the arms and head are heavy, and drop through. We inhale, come up a little, and then we tuck the tailbone under, roll all the way up to standing. Reach the arms above the crown of the head, interlace the fingers. We'll take the arms over to the right side, come back through center, and we take the arms over to the left side, come back through center. We'll take the hands just behind the base of the neck. Elbows squeeze back. Take a slight bend in the knees as we make a big S curve through the spine, taking the pressure off the lower back by bending the knees. We then stretch the knees, come back to neutral. Draw the elbows in and tuck the chin to the chest. Without forcing this, it's just a gentle closing of the throat. And then we come back through to neutral, elbows squeeze back, we bend the knees, lift the heart, lift the chest, reach up. Come back to standing in neutral, elbows squeeze in, chin to chest, slight bend in the knees as we continue the roll down through the spine, release the fingertips to the floor. Let's walk those hands out into your high plank one more time. Take your right foot, step it beside the right hand and lower the back knee down on the floor. Lengthening the spine forward, we inhale and exhale. Reaching your right arm all the way up to the sky as we yawn that arm open. Then reach it back, capture the back thigh, and look back towards the back of the mat. We then reach the arm all the way back up, circle it round to the floor, shift the sit bones back, keep the hands in line with the shoulders, the toes on the outer edge of the mat. So we've not brought the leg in between the hands, it is on a slight angle. And then we press through to the front of the hip in a long lunge. Press back. Toes draw back towards the face. You may wish to lower the forehead towards the floor. And then we press through as we stretch the front of the hip. Taking a deep breath in, we lift the back knee off the floor, step the right leg back into your high plank, and then we just change legs. Step the left leg forward, lower the back knee down. Let's unfurl the top of the chest, looking forward, belly's drawing in, and we're pressing through the front of that right hip. As we exhale, circle that left arm forward, up to the sky and back. Look towards the back hand as you capture the back thigh. Belly still drawing in. We then circle that arm back through. Place the hand underneath the shoulder. Keeping the back toe tucked under, we shift the sit bones back, draw the front toes back towards the face, and lengthen the tailbone towards the back of the mat. You may wish to top the forehead towards the floor, topping the stretch off. And then we press through. Inhale. So we're moving with the breath. Exhale, push back. Inhale. Exhale, one more. We then press through. Step the left leg back into your high plank. We then lower the knee, placing the hands either on the lap or perhaps tented fingers beside you. Take your right ear to the shoulder. Come back through center. Take the left ear to the shoulder. And come back through center. If your hands are at the side, you may wish now to place them onto the tops of the knees. Bending from the navel, so where the lower rib cage starts, we're going to tuck the chin in. It's almost a scooping sensation up as we draw the middle of the back towards the back edge of the mat. We then squeeze the shoulder blades down and together as we lengthen the chest to the sky. We're high up on the sit bones. Draw the belly in, round through the top of the back. Big C curve. And then press through, lengthening the chest to the sky. We'll do that 2 more times with the breath. We inhale. Exhale. Coming to neutral, we reach the arms up to the sky. Let's fold forward over those legs. Forehead to floor. We then roll back up through the spine. Take a moment of pause. As we close the eyes down, allow the breath to flow. Allow your internal gaze to turn towards the third eye space as you look upwards. Softness in the face. Shoulders are soft, the jaw is soft. Just checking in with your breath. Notice your heartbeat. Notice the depth of the breath and where the journey of the breath is taking you. As we close this brief stretch, with 2 nourishing cleansing breaths to revitalize the mind and the body. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We bring our thumbs to the third eye space, hands in prayer as we gently take a bow. Namaste.